Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Christmas edition of Everything is OK. This is a show you can find on YouTube, and the way this show works is you provide the entertainment by just doing what you're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, the human race is very, very funny if you stand just a little bit outside the box and watch people go by. So please, enjoy yourselves, be yourselves, and let us film you and have a good laugh. Thank you. I don't know. Perhaps if you guys got yourselves proper jobs, you wouldn't have to live in tents like this. You're probably all sleeping in there still, you lazy lot. It's about time you came out and got yourself a proper job, and then you'd be able to buy yourself a proper house in the suburbs and be like everybody else. What's all this nonsense caring about the climate and the earth? Why are you wasting your time with things like that when you could be doing things for the economy? Go on, you lot, get out of bed and do something useful. Some of you are probably a complete and utter shame for your parents who paid for your good solid education, and now you've ended up with this. What a disgrace.
Well, my point is that I think that, it's hard enough being in a credit crunch. All these people could be out there, working, generating money, shopping, instead...
And consuming as much as possible, because that's what's really important. That's how the economy works.
Yeah. So,
if we don't eat and consume as much as possible, there won't be dirty factories in China for people to work in.
Yeah, and then they'll probably die of starvation. Yeah. And also, what about the people who work?
Okay.
Who work for big corporations? If you don't buy their stuff, they're not going to have jobs either, are they?
But isn't the focus on solely consuming rather than enjoying life itself? Isn't that a little bit limited? And isn't that skewing our objectives and the way we look at the world? It's actually perhaps have a less good time on our planet. And more than that, it's taking away the resources that can't be replaced on our planet, using more.
Yeah, but I mean, there's plenty of resources.
But we're pretty close to peak oil, peak coal, things like that. So I mean, that's half gone, and we're using them faster and faster and faster. Is it really fair to steal all of that from our children and our children's children? Is that a moral thing to do?
Well, I mean, these days, who's got time for morality? But, this is the trouble with people like you thinking about things like morality when you could be actually helping the economy. So,
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take no notice of the people in the tents. They're just a bunch of hippies. Just get on with your shopping, please, as soon as you can. Don't confuse your parents with difficult questions like, why are we ruining the planet? Please do not ask them this. Just get on with your consumption, because that's what you are. You're little consumers. You must ask your mummies and daddies for lots of toys. They will make you happy. You can only be happy with lots of toys.
I'm going to share with you, if it's okay, a thought about Christmas from my religion, and just see what your response is. So, my thought is, don't believe anyone, especially me.
That's your thought?
That's my religion, yeah. What's your thoughts about that?
So is this specifically a Christian?
No, I'm just holding the Bible.
Why are you holding the Bible?
Someone suggested it might be a good idea.
Right, okay.
Hold it. You don't have a Bible on you?
No.
Do you have a Bible at all? Do you own a Bible? No?
I think I might have a New Testament somewhere.
Yeah, new one, yeah. Not the old.
No.
It's better, everything new is better than old anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts about that idea?
About don't believe anyone, especially me. It's kind of a paradox, isn't it? Yeah.
You like paradoxes or not really?
It's more than a paradox, isn't it? It's, wait, I remember what these are called. Mobius strip, is that right?
Blimey.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I have to look it up.
Bringing it out. I think it is. Because it's self-defeating.
Do you think
I stood just inside the store with my sign, everything is okay, and within about 5 minutes the security got very, very angry, and they actually physically threw me out of the shop for holding a sign that says everything is okay.
They can't read.
They
don't
can't
like
read.
that. They can't read.
I'm sorry, they can't read. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have the fun is beginning. The gentleman here, dressed with a lovely red cap, is got the words Regent Street on his cap. Yes, sir. How can I help you?
Just the council bylaws. You can do that, no problem. That's fine. But you need to be moving. You can't be stationary when you're amplifying your voice.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very interesting point from this gentleman here. He said, I am allowed to use this, but I have
He needs
to
to keep
leave
moving
it.
with that, otherwise they
So
get fined from the
what I'll
council.
do is I'll just move.
He needs to keep moving up and down. So if
Okay, if he's moving up and down like that.
Actually,
That's fine.
we are all moving,
Just in case
even if we're being
Okay,
still.
right.
Technically speaking, I think we would say we're all moving, but I find it very amusing. He says, I am breaking a bylaw if I stand still. I feel this is discrimination against stillness. I feel I should be allowed to stand still and use the megaphone, but he says I have to keep moving. So I will just move here up and down, and hopefully this man will be satisfied. I'm not breaking any bylaws. Ladies and gentlemen, talking of bylaws, there are about 750,000 of them, bylaws and statutes, and you're probably breaking them just as we speak. Basically, you're just a bunch of criminals. But I won't tell the police, I promise you. Children, please nag your parents to buy you lots and lots of toys. This will keep you busy for at least half an hour over Christmas, and then you'll probably start fighting with your siblings. Here's another suggestion though, parents. Instead of going into Hamleys, I can recommend a very, 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 very cheap toy, or rather cheap thing that you can give to your children. All you need is a printer, or just a pen and some paper. What you can do is you can create some vouchers, perhaps 15 minutes at a time, of loving attention. You can give those vouchers to your children, and they can trade them in for your loving attention for a couple of hours over Christmas. Believe me, those vouchers will be worth more than any £50 note.
So
Just standing over the sign.
Right.
Just to make people smile.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear on your mind apart from your colleague here who's
Yes.
filming you?
Yeah.
Alright. You got no agenda, no pressure group?
Everything is okay.
Everything is
The
okay.
agenda.
Marvellous. Okay, how long are you going to be here? You don't know. What do you expect? How long do you think you're going to be here? Till everyone is okay, you'll be here a long time. That's going to be the case.
I think I'd get too cold if I
Too cold and too wet. So
Everyone is okay.
I'll tell you what, we'll stay here until you really feel that you're okay, and then we can go.
I'm okay every day of the week.
Sir, can I ask you to change that bit?
What's that?
That bit. Can I
What's
ask you to change the colour
what?
of the bit?
Why? What's wrong with it?
I prefer a blue one. Just my own preference.
Okay, I'll see. Do you know where I can get a blue one?
Or red.
Okay, thank you,
So
sir.
we can get a blue one.
Well, I know you're with these people, so
You know that?
yeah, because my colleagues already spoke to you, you've engaged them
I'm with
earlier.
everybody. I'm with them. I stood on their bit. I went with them. Does that mean I'm sort of... I'm with you. Man.
Is this going to be a semantic debate?
No,
then?
no, I'll
Is
show
it
you.
going to
I'll
be
show you. Look.
an intellectual debate?
I'm with you.
Are you?
Thank you. Thank you.
So what is your main?
I'm just a bit of a wacky one.
Do you know that everything's okay?
I do, yeah. But what is it all about?
That's it.
That's it.
Everything is okay. Everything just fine. That's it.
Is this some kind of a project, or is there any?
Well, I mean,
to be gathered by
can
this?
I just respond to that?
Yeah.
When he says it comes out of project, my response is that for me, my life is an ongoing project.
Right.
So this is just part of my life, which
So
is an
that must be
ongoing.
a semantics then, is what it is.
Well, I mean,
You're not part of that group that go around and give tins of food away and actually contribute. Part of that, is it?
They take tins of food off people and eat them. I've seen them do it.
The happy society or
I
something.
have seen them do it.
You're not related to them.
well, but we are always on the lookout for happy people. Do you know where we might find any?
There's none in our custody.
Do you know where there are any happy people?
Happy Camden. There's lots of happy people in
They're
Camden.
all on drugs. We don't like them.
They're not all on drugs, to be fair, are they? Okay, well,
Why are you not smiling?
why? Because So I'm not earning money.
You're not earning any money today?
I am. I'm turning my salary.
How much money would it take for you to smile?
Or at least...
If I give you, I'll tell you what.
No, I don't want any money, thank you.
Oh, why
very
not?
much.
I'll give you 50 quid. Will you smile then?
No, I'm not joking. I'm not joking either. Money away. I don't want it. I don't want any of your money, thank you, sir.
It's not my money, I wanted the book.
It is your money, isn't it? It's
It was a heavy favourite though.
You're in possession of it, therefore it's yours.
It wasn't much of a gamble, it was 6 to 4 on.
By the way, just to let you know that sometimes it can be, sometimes it, I mean, I'm feeling in my body, for example, kind of a little bit jittery because whenever I'm in the presence of someone in uniform, it's sort of, why? I mean, if you want, I mean, it depends on what level you want to answer. I mean, the simple level, my understanding is, it's because it kind of triggers me back to my days as a kid and my dad.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know if you've ever been, have you ever been like in plainclothes and had a policeman come up to you and ask you questions? So you don't know what it feels like?
Because it can feel intimidating.
It's really
Well, I'm not intimidating.
No, you're not, no.
No, you're not.
No, you're not at all, but I'm saying, even without you just your presence, you're a big man, just your presence and the whole kind of police thing, I'm just saying that my experiences, and I've had hundreds of policemen come up to me, my experience is nearly always one of a certain amount of trepidation inside me. And I think it's important for you to know that because you're not the receiving end, you're just on the giving end, even if you're not being, threatening, which you're not. No.
I'm just trying to find out what it's all about.
Yeah, great. Thanks. Okay, great.
You probably will be stopped by other officers because there
Yeah.
are a lot of officers in this area today to try and counteract crime.
Yep.
And what we don't want is groups to be amassing around you because that's an ideal opportunity for pickpockets
Right.
and street criminals. So if there is a big crowd and you're causing obstruction, then it's a bit of a different ball game.
Right.
So you just need to be aware of that there are lots of thieves operate generally in these areas.
Right. I noticed the other day that I was in Leicester Square, and the police said the same thing to me. But then I noticed there were like hundreds of people queuing up to go into a club. So how come they're allowed to do that? That's surely a bunch of people congregating in an area. How come they're allowed?
There's anything wrong with it. All I'm saying is that if it's causing an obstruction to the pavement, you might be asked to move on.
Oh, I see, to the
change
pavement.
tactics.
Oh, okay.
All right, because
Yeah,
you're
that's
barely
fair
visible by when you tabard.
Yeah.
People might stand around and congregate and see what's going on.
Got you.
That is the public, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Great. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much. Just keep on filming.
Ladies and gentlemen, please do not congregate here around me. This will cause an obstruction on the street and it will keep you away from your primary task, which is shopping. So please, make your way into the shops as soon as you can and buy things that you don't need. Thank you.
Are there any things that you think are unforgivable? And if not, do you think it's possible to forgive someone at will if they've done something that you find very hurtful?
I think you can be able to forgive, but you're not able to forget. So there's always an element of...
Sorry, I'm unstable.
He just turned up today. I've only met him on the streets.
Okay.
Carry on, don't worry about it.
Just ignore it.
Ignore him.
There is always a but. Ignore me.
Yeah.
Don't believe me.
So as I was saying, I don't think you can. I think you can forgive, but I don't think you can forget. I think you can understand certain situations, but